Welcome back, Dr. Clevated Gaming. Today in Heroes Alliance, I'm going to discuss when you should switch guilds or when you should switch servers. I'm going to open some things up as we talk about it, just to give something to look at, right? So basically, I mentioned a few days ago, maybe a week ago, that I switched to guild, and so it's not the first time I've switched to guilds, but it is a hard time to make a decision to do that. So basically, I started playing this game, I guess 3 years ago, something like that. And I've always enjoyed the game. I started out on a guild called Maya. I stayed there. I ended up becoming the GM of Maya after it became Irrational Heroes, right? And so over a period of time, I become GM there, and then we got to a point we kind of got stuck. Some of us got stuck as far as challenges, as far as building irrational heroes, and so we merged with a bigger guild on our server. Some of us did, about five of us, and then several others trickled in as the time went by. And so then it got to a point where we were the number one on the server. I mean, the death dealers were already the number one when we merged with them. But then it got to a point we couldn't get any more people. So there would be people that would retire. There'd be people who would switch servers. There would be people who would switch guilds, and it was just we could not get more people. So we moved from 667 to 651, and when we did that, we had the opportunity to play there for a little while. The server worked really well for what we were where we were, because we were not the strongest guild out there, although we had some really strong players. And then through the course of playing, some more people retired. Some more people retired. We were the number two guild on the server. We wanted some competition. The one of the guilds moved to a different server, and so we end up picking up some people from that stayed on the server, and from the guild that moved, as well as some more players from another guild. And so we did pretty good. We did pretty good with that, right? And I enjoyed it. And of course, I was the GM, and so I was able to call the shots as far as what we did, and just trying to make things work. And it was fun. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. And then the game kind of the game changed for me. And what I mean by that is it's not like it's anybody's like fault or anything like that, but there was an appeal to the game that I lost. And part of that had to do with the way our arena worked, because after the big guild left, we become second place, and originally we didn't attack each other to keep down the possibility of people getting upset. Well, then it got to a point where we allowed it because there were so many people. Uh, we were taking up the higher spots. Okay, now there was reward time um, allowances. What I mean by that is, I'm in negative. GM. I am -5. GMT -5, right? And so -5, and so nobody hit me during that time, and we're not supposed to, and so we spread the love that way. Well, we got to a point where some of us wanted to get hit and some of us didn't, and there was some argument there, and that made things not fun. And then just losing some friends made things rough. But it become the same old, right? You're attacking the same people in the arena, the same people in the grand arena, and so it becomes same old, same old. So my friend Steck, he found a guild, wanted to jump on me, come with him, and so I left with him. I could have stayed where I was and got a little, bigger. Could have developed a little bit more, but the game becomes stale. So it's one of those things that if you're going to switch a guild, you need to make sure that the guild that you're leaving isn't the best fit for you. There are different. We all have different playing styles, and so if you're in a guild that allows you to play the way you play, you might want to stay. If you're in a guild where you don't fit, you don't get along with the people, you're never able to compete, then you might want to look for a different guild to go to. Okay, switching servers. If you cannot field a good team for GC, uh, and you're hard to get people to come in. I mean, I've been on the boards trying to get people to come to the server, trying to get people to come join the guild, and it is tough. It just really is. And you're flatlining. Then change the server. Now you can change the first time for free. Then it'll cost you $12 each time. And so if you're trying to take a guild that doesn't spend a lot of money to a different server, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some problems. Um, if you're lower in rank, like I am on this server, then make sure you know how your teams work, and that way you can advance in arena, and you can get some kind of wins under your belt, or else you're just losing, and that's not going to be good for you either. That's not going to be You're not going to be very happy about that move. So that's my advice. You need to become a part of a guild that allows you to play the way you want to. And that way you don't feel pressured to do something you don't want, build someone you don't want, spend money you don't want to. You don't feel that, and you want to be competitive because nobody wants to do the same thing over and over and over and feel like they're getting nowhere. Okay, and so nobody really wants that. So it's important to know that on this side of it before you start getting the itch just to move. Now it is the grass may seem greener on the other side, and that may or may not be true. I just want to put that out there. Um, just because you switch doesn't mean life is going to get better. Doesn't mean you're going to have more fun, but you could. You don't know until you go, right? And so that's one of the reasons why you might would want to change. Is it really better? Is it really different? You might want to check that out. Ask people who are on the server. A lot of people will talk to you about what the server is like. They'll talk to you about if you're going to be able to be in um, guild wars or global championships. And there are going to be some things people are going to be looking for. If you just have elemental titans, you're probably not going to go to a global championship team. You have to have some light and dark titans in order for that to happen. And just just know that's going to be the case before you head out and possibly get your feelings hurt and regret coming at changing servers and doing those things, because there's nothing worse than making a big decision, going all in, cutting ties with the guild, and then leave, be miserable, and the people won't accept you back. I mean, there's those are all possibilities, and you just want to make sure that you are doing what is right for you in the game. There is this what's right for the guild. If you're a guild master or general, you look at that, um, that aspect, because it is important if to take care of your guild mates if you can. And again, it's not all about what the guild mates do and do not want you to do, but it's definitely better if you're able to help help each other out a little bit. And it could be that, it could be lots of things, but just like I said, you want to make sure before you change that's what's going on. If you're in the same server and you change guilds, the other team may get upset with you and just pound you. I mean, that's a very good possibility. But again, you gotta do what you gotta do to make the game work for you, and don't let people push you around on it, and just enjoy the game. That's why we play it. We play it because we enjoy it, and because of that, we do good, and we don't have to worry about all this stuff on our hand side if we don't want to. Right, right. All right. So that's my advice about changing guilds. It's really, you want to find a place where you fit, you belong, and you enjoy. You could be your switch servers or guilds several times. Could be you found a forever guild, and that's where you are. But that's my advice on it. If you like some more advice like this, just leave it down in the comments. If you like more videos like this, go ahead and put that in the comments as well. Like the video, let me know you know this is something you want to hear about, and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. And until next time, we'll catch you in the arena.